The following video was recorded live on stream. Please make sure to follow RTW on both his Twitch account and his YouTube account to know when he's live. Thank you.
That's actually hilarious. My truth. No way. Hold up, I'm actually posting this on the YouTube. Let's see what Mrs. Alabama got to say. No, we're not reacting to mommy ASMR, bro. All right, chat, lock in.
Hello everyone, I am here to say my truth and share my story on the things that have been released on the internet and the things that have happened to me. First and foremost, I want to start off by taking full accountability for what I did. I want to start off by apologizing to the person that I hurt the most in this situation.
Okay, actually, I have to throw a show right now. I just realized how crazy this looks. I can't just have a light skin on my freaking homepage. Full screen and no shirt. That looks terrible. If y'all don't know, freaking Kenneth, popular streamer, his girl was going for a cousin. I'm absolutely sorry for bro. Nobody should have to deal with that. She's posting her freaking I apologize / my truth video. And that's what's basically what we're reacting to today, I guess. That's what's going on here. Hopefully I'll come up with the situation and we can resume the video. Now.
I hurt the most in this situation, which was my ex. I want to say sorry to my supporters that I disappointed. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of, and I have to own up to them. To my ex, I'm so sorry for hurting you, and I'm sorry that I did not take your feelings into consideration when I did what I did.
Holy shit. Yo, it's because you say what I did, well, she quite literally did complete incest. Like, this is insanity. Like, what? Yo, we can't be serious.
It was not picture perfect as it may seem.
Yeah.
In our relationship, and I was in a very dark place at the time when I did what I did. I have to own up to what I did. I have to take accountability for my actions. And in doing that, I've come to realize that I need help for myself and for all my loved ones around me. I know I've done wrong. I fucked up. And I'm taking time away to seek professional help in order to correct my mistakes, reflect on what I've done, and become a better person. I'd like to come on here to share my story because regardless, I've done wrong and I did not have to go down that route and I deeply regret it. But
alright, another pause. First off, all I want to say is she's seeking help. Cool, she's trying to better herself. This doesn't justify her actions, but at least she knows what she did was wrong and she's not delusional. And she's actively seeking help from what we know from this video. That's one thing I will give to her because I don't want to sound like I'm hating. Because I'm not a hater, but at the end of the day, I'm not justifying what she did at all. Because what she did was very wrong, obviously. But yeah. Yeah, for sure. No, keep going.
More to my story, and there's a lot of lies and misinformation being spread about me in order to farm more hate and negativity towards my name. And I would like to clear up a lot of things.
Right.
First, I want to address the note that was released online. I did not have any involvement in creating it or writing it in any way. It was only shared to me. And I also want to make
wait, what note are we talking about? So I cleared up in chat.
Any sexual intercourse with anybody outside of my relationship.
Cool.
There was a rumor going around that I was cheating my entire relationship and I've been doing this for months, which is completely false because this is only a recent incident that had occurred. I'm not trying to make anything I've done sound any better. It's important that I share my truth because of the insane amount of lies that are being spread about me on the internet. Firstly, I want to clear up that I wasn't disowned by anybody, and I still have a great relationship with my mother. This was a fallacious rumor that was...
Alright, let's look at these pictures right quick. Dad, her sister, boom, cost. Alright, cool.
I still have a great relationship with my mother.
Please go and slide a bit off, okay, please. Ian, go to sleep. Tomorrow's a new day. I'm going to sleep. Okay, before you go to sleep, gang, text her mother back. Alright, W, I was gonna say, W mom for having her sisters back, but at the end of the day, I feel like there's a point where we have to address what's going on, which she'll probably do in person, so W mom, considering that is her child, but we still have to talk about that.
This was a fallacious rumor that was started by someone that I thought was a friend in a relationship with my mother. This was a fallacious rumor that was started by someone that I thought was a friend and is completely untrue. My family does not agree with the choices that I made, but they're standing beside me as I continue to get help and work to better myself.
Alright, cool. That's great.
About a stream that my ex was on where he alleged that I did not want to publicly claim him and I wanted to hide our relationship from the internet. But in reality, in the first year of us being together, we actually had a popular couple page. And the real reason on why I wanted to go private was because at the time, I had a lot of people actively telling me to leave him because it was toxic.
I would often hold up, Cat. Okay, can you please keep the text on longer? I would like to
I had a
pause.
lot of
I would often discuss his toxic behavior towards me in my live streams. Okay, that's a good note to have. That's a good note to have.
because it was toxic. I also want to make it clear that any cousin or stepbrother or any content like that that we made together was his idea and he convinced me to do it. The next thing
Okay. We you sure? You sure? Because I'm pretty sure we all damn well knew that she came up with the idea. Really no at all. And if that was his idea, holy hell, were you hitting the mark at the time? Nah, holy premonition, bro.
brother or any content like that that we made together was his idea and he convinced me to do it. The next thing I want to address is a very serious topic.
Right. All right. Lock and
It's my
chat.
belief that suicide in any form should be taken serious and never lightly.
Right.
While I understand the streaming business and the need to say crazy things in order to get clips and impressions, the thought that somebody's personal struggle with suicide can be used by anybody for jokes and views is disgusting and cruel. While I've been off the net, it was brought to my attention that the streamer Snowcone made up a false rumor that I admitted myself into a suicide facility in order to get attention from my ex. I was involuntarily admitted into a suicide facility because I was considered a threat to myself. It was a terrible experience and one I would never wish on myself or anybody else. I want to say to Snowcone that while I understand I'm not perfect and I've done wrong, regardless of the mistakes that a person makes, that doesn't give you or anybody else the right to belittle, lie, and create false allegations about somebody's mental health. Throughout all of this, you've lied and made up rumors about me in order to hate farm me and get attention. Even though you don't care, I want to let you know that the rumors
But
have garnered
threatening on yourself is crazy, but that is a serious thing, and a lot of people go through it, and it's not always on a situation like this where. Well, I guess she said there was no sexual things between her cousin, but you know what I mean. Based off the situation, it's crazy, but not everybody has that same situation. Like it could be something totally different going on in somebody's life where they are feeling like a threat to themselves, and that's for sure serious. And yeah, on real note, for sure, yeah.
me more death threats and have made my mental battle that much harder.
Right.
And that hurts from someone I considered a close friend. Me and my ex were involved in a toxic and abusive relationship. When I was in love with him, I was blind to the harmful behavior and abuse that was going on. Our relationship was built on unhealthy emotional attachment, and I stayed because it was all that I knew. He was my first boyfriend, he was my first everything, and I met him when I was 18, just graduated high school, and he was 21. There's two sides to every story, and our relationship was unhealthy on both ends. And since he's decided to bring my wrongdoings onto the internet, I believe it is only fair that I bring attention to the things that he has done to me, because my ex was never a saint like he paints himself out to be.
All right, boom. Actually, okay. So here's one thing I'm gonna say. First off, nobody knows if anything is true. This is a strong statement. I'm gonna listen to her proof, and I'm gonna give my thoughts after she gives her evidence. Second off, another streamer, OneCloud9, did say that Kenneth shouldn't have posted the video publicly outing her and her cousin, which I do agree with his opinion. And second off, we're not justifying anything Kat is doing. Of course, because like she even said what she did was wrong, and we all acknowledge that. But this is gonna be an interesting little segment right here, and yeah, let's see where this goes.
Arguments throughout our relationship, which was normal, but what wasn't normal was the verbal, mental, and physical abuse that he subjected me to. He put me through a lot in the past 2.5 years of us being together. He even forced himself on me at one point. My ex dealt with a lot of anger issues, and he would often use me as an outlet. For example, he would punch things, he would rip wires in the heat of conflicts. He would yell at me when I cried, and he would gaslit me until I believed I was the problem. There were 2 or 3 times where my ex would approach me unprovoked and put me in a chokehold against the wall, and I would tell him to stop because I was scared, and he wouldn't. The next thing I'm about to say are serious allegations that I know men often get falsely accused of, but at the end of the day, all I can do is come on here, tell my truth, tell my story, whether you want to believe it or not. There was a time where me and my ex were drinking, and he forced himself onto me. And it hurt, and I cried, and I begged him to stop, but he never did. At the time of my essay, he was very rough on me, which resulted in me getting a cut on my insides. Luckily, I was able to take video footage of the blood on the scene and a graphic photo of the damage that resulted.
Dang. So that's okay. So that's blood. Hold on. Let's pause. All right, boom. So that's the date, Stafford, Texas. All right, that's the video, and then this is another location. All right, cool. All right, she has evidence. A lot of girls do they do make this claim. A lot of times it's wrong. She said this happened 2 days before her birthday. Chat, let's lock in. Let's see if her evidence all stands strong. There, I cannot wait to see Kenneth reply to. My bad. Off topic. I need to see Kenneth reply to this because right now he's making some strong comments and allegations towards things, and what he says. I mean, how he comes off in the next video. You know what I mean? If he posts another one, if he goes on Twitter and says something, this could mean a lot. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something about this later.
Formed a trauma bond with my ex, which made it hard for me to leave and left me in a cycle of half-hearted apologies that I continue to accept. This was a memory of mine that was heavily repressed because I didn't know how to process it at the time, and I was very oblivious to what a healthy relationship was supposed to look like. After 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change, to no avail, I left.
All right, these text messages are the truth, man. Because in Kenneth's video, you know what I mean, this is how we found out a lot of them strong comments that Kat was saying. Kat, give me a brief overview of why you broke up with Kenneth. He's asking for an overview. Okay, boom. I could tell you, but I finished at 3 a.m. and finished at 3 a.m. anyway, so I knew you'd be asleep. He lost a real one because of his problems he was never able to fix. I was 400% myself into the relationship to fix all. He was putting 50%, so it didn't work. What? Well, okay, if he's putting in only 50, I'm a cheat. But then again, if we go over to Kenneth's video, he said he was paying for everything she been in. You know what I mean? So from his perspective, he's paying for all the stuff. For her perspective, he's only doing 50%. Now I'm also taking the dates to account. I don't know if they're living together around 2024. I can't say that I'm sure. But I'm just going off of what I've seen online and videos I've seen on YouTube and the stuff I've seen from Kenneth and both Kat. So y'all chilling me. But I'm just making sure we're on the same page. Gotta make sure of that. For sure. Oh, sorry, hold on. I wasn't done. He was putting in 50%. So it didn't work. Despite everything, despite everything, I loved him and believed in him and gave him my trust and all in hopes he would change. But he never will for me. Cause soon after our talk, next day, we have an argument where his stubbornness held him back from being mature. It's just proof he will never change. Not for me, and at least not while in his relationship. He needs to be alone to see that. So I stood up for myself and broke up with him 2 days ago when we argued again. Oh, I did hear that Kat and Ken have been on and off a lot of the relationship. All right, y'all can pause to read if I want to. I can skip me reading, but yeah. I haven't seen this video before, so I gotta read.
I left. Here's proof of my.
Oh, what'd she say?
To get my ex to change to no avail. I left.
All right.
Here's proof of my ex admitting to his anger issues and I
left. All right. Now I'm gonna read this.
Admitting to his anger issues and admitting to the abuse that led to the fallout of our relationship. I still have the letters.
Okay, what does the 1 out of 2 and the 4 out of 5 mean? I don't know if I'm slow, but I just don't understand it right now.
The abuse that led to the fallout of our relationship.
All right. Whoa. I got the gist.
That he wrote for me where he confessed to his abuse and confessed.
Okay, let's look at the highlighted bits. Thank God I needed this. I always tried to hit you with no, let's not break up, let's continue fighting, change your empty lies. The truth is you did the right thing. You're showing up to see the man you once loved become controlled, but hit me. I became a stranger, someone bro, phone stay on. Very thankful it should be who I am.
Confess to his abuse and confess
right.
to the wrong
really was saying
put me through in our relationship. I also have a screenshot of a 20-minute confession where he confessed to his wrongdoings.
I sent it to my mother. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, work on.
And he made it for me in order to convince me to continue being in a relationship with him.
Boom.
I tried to re-access the link in order to showcase the video for you guys today, but it was sent by him and it was privated by him, so I no longer have access to it. My ex often tried to use money as a way to avoid responsibility for his shortcomings. I'm very grateful for everything my ex bought for me. However, I don't appreciate insisting that I was freeloading off of him when everything he ever did was his choice. And I don't believe a relationship should just be reduced to a list of expenses either.
Right.
Monetary value does not disregard toxic behaviors. After all of these gestures, I took my ex back in February of 2025. March of that year, after leaving him from the
See you,
airport,
Sway.
I was set into a spiral of losing myself and wanting to seek therapy. Here's the video I recorded after leaving my ex.
Like, I just don't know what I'm doing anymore, bro. Like, I feel like
Right.
I'm losing my mind, bro. And like, I just need to listen
I hope I'm not tripping for being serious in this vid. I hope, bro.
to other people in my life, or maybe therapy. I think like a lot of stuff that's been going on, like in my life, like I need to stop pretending and not. I'm sorry, this is so non-descriptive, but I just kind of want to pour everything out because I'm at a breaking point in my life right now. But it's not your problem at all.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I need help in that sense. I need to listen and grow up
Type.
and do better.
Type.
At the end of the day, I chose to stay in this relationship and I made my mistakes. I regret everything I did and I wish I could take it all back. I never wanted to hurt anybody and I understand how badly I messed up. The only thing I can do from now is take the time to better myself and to heal. The next and final thing I would like to discuss is my mental health. Throughout everything that has happened, I have come to terms with the fact that I suffer with depression. The battle that I've been unknowingly fighting for the past 2 years, I was in denial and blamed it on a lot of other things in my life without fully understanding myself. Mental health is so stigmatized to where a lot of people, including me, do not get the help that they need when they need it, and it can often lead to self-destruction. Throughout the past few weeks, I've attempted to take my life multiple times, and the only reason I'm here right now is because I failed. During this fight, I stopped eating, I stopped sleeping, and I struggled to take care of my well-being. I felt helpless, and every day I would struggle with finding a reason to continue to live. I often felt like the world would be a better place without me. The suicide facility that I was admitted to was an abrasive environment that only made me regress more. In my time there, I met a lot of people that were in worse positions than me, and I learned a lot about the unfair and inhumane treatment that these people receive.
Right.
And from my experience there and my own personal journey, I've been very motivated to advocate for better resources and more attention given to these people to assist them in getting the proper help that they need. I understand that my actions have consequences, and I also understand how the internet works. So I knew the hate was inevitable, and I have no problem with facing that. However, I do want to remind you guys that I am still a human being, and I don't think anyone deserves the immense cyberbullying and the non-stop death threats that I've received in the past few days. I do believe that bringing all of this to the internet in the way my ex did was completely wrong and invasive. It felt like a breach
Was
in
it
our
12 o'clock
privacy.
already?
I
Holy.
know a lot of people don't believe I deserve the platform that I have and don't think I should come back to the internet at all. I understand. What I did is undoable, it's terrible, and I can't tell you enough how much I regret it. However, I do want to come back. I do want to be able to use my platform to raise awareness for mental health because I know there's a lot of people out there who are just like me, who are struggling and they don't even know it. I will be back to streaming, and I will be back to doing what I love. Because at the end of the day, I want to use my platform to help people. And I do believe after I get stronger and I get help, I can do that. To my community, And to all my supporters, I'm so sorry I let you guys down. I'm
Right.
so sorry I disappointed you guys.
Yeah, this is what she opened
And
with.
if you are still here to support me, thank you. If not, that's okay too. Thank you for your time, and thank you for listening to my truth and my story. This is my experience and the things that I went through in my relationship and in the past 2.5 years of my life.
W react. I want to know. I would like to see the other reactions to this video. Hopefully, mine was valid. For the people who are watching this video on YouTube, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm trying to come back with more things later in the summer, so stay tuned. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I post a brand new video. Until next time, later, wave your army, let's get it.